Hey guys, it's Tiny Tom Logan back with another video for you. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new NZXT power supply. I've got the 1000 watt variant. They do other ones, 750, 850. But this is the Hale90 V2 series. The original H90 white power supply, lovely power supply. We even give it a gold award when we tested it because we really liked it. And they've updated it a bit, which I want to show you. It's still 80 plus gold. But some of the details on it that they're saying it's fully modular power now, which is brilliant. Japanese capacitors, it's a 12 volt single rail, 135mm dual bearing fan, 5-year warranty as well, which is obviously great for a power supply. Shows that they've got faith in the product when you get a decent warranty on it. I should have done that sticker before. Come on! I think all this time in the gym I would have been able to have got that off easy. Right, so popping the case open makes a nice change. I've got to admit, because this is the first time I've opened it, as you see with the thing, it does make a nice change to see a white bag in there. Normally when you get hit with that, no matter what power supply you get, it's black. I know it's only a small touch, but I do love my white stuff. Anyway, what we'll do is we're going to take the power supply out. Come on, my beauty. It's actually really well put together. All the packaging is all really nice and tight. That's what she said. We've got a manual in there. I'm just looking for what's underneath there, and then that's just a power cable in there. And then it's actually got its testing thing: soldering pass, initial test pass, primary ATE pass, 45-degree burn-in, secondary ATE, cabling and hotspot, and it actually comes with that on there. That's quite cool. I like that. I haven't seen that before. Right, so I'm going to chuck the box out because what we want to do is actually have a look at the power supply itself. In fact, I'm going to move the camera a little bit so that we can have a good look at the unit. Now, it's got no cables on it because obviously it's 100% modular or fully modular, whatever you want to call it. I'll turn it around the right way so you can see. So it's black and white everywhere, and I quite like the contrast because if you have a look around the outside of the fan, you can see there's a black ring around the outside of the fan, but then you've got the white blades. It's lovely. It's just a really nice mix. Now, the modular side of things, as you can see, we've got all those black bits with all the white little rings around the outside. That again, I really like that. So the black is only a sticker that they put over the top, but it does help with the accenting, you know, the contrast. As people will know, many of the regulars will know, I always have my power supply fan up. It doesn't matter which way round you put it, despite popular kind of belief that you have to have it drawing in from the outside because they're going to get too hot, but they don't. But what you can tell with this is if you have a look around the back, you've got the power switch, but they've followed this black design right the way around onto the side of the power supply. Now that is a really nice touch, again with the contrast. It just really works. I really like it. If you were to put your power supply face down, and this is generally the reason why I don't do it, you are then met with the sticker telling you all about the rails and stuff. Let's have a look. 12 volt rail, 83 amps for a total of 996 watts on that single 12 volt rail, and you've got 30 amps on the 5 volt, 30 amps on the 3.3 volt, which is 150 watt total. Then the plus 5 volt VSB, 4 amps, which is 20 watt. So that 83 amp single 12 volt rail, lovely for overclocking. Round on this side, if you were to have it face down, is where you just get this single bit. It is actually inlaid. It's actually properly in. It's not just stuck over the top. There is a recess there. Same on this side. If we have a look, there is an actual recess in it, and the plastic is just it's inlaid. It's not just stuck over the top, which again is another really nice touch. Something I didn't have just noticed with the connection on the back of the power supply though, if we have a look, you've not got the notches for the kettle lead, so I'm just going to have a look at the cable. See if it's, see, it's not, I don't know whether a normal kettle lead will fit. I will test it. Let's have a look. No, it's actually a different fitting altogether. which is a bit of a bummer really, because obviously I've had this one sent to me straight from the States, so I've got a different thing, so I'd have to cut the end off and put a different plug on this. But that's quite strange, because it's not a normal fitting. It's fairly secure though. It's very beefy fitting, that. I'm glad I noticed that though, because a lot of the times, especially, I mean, how many times have you bought a new power supply and used your old power supply cable? But that is very different. But the thing with this is it's still 80 plus gold. Obviously you can, you know, get the platinum units nowadays. It really depends, you know, if you are looking for the ultimate in efficiency and stuff like that, whether it will really bother you. For the average user, you won't notice the difference anyway. But we've got that, so we'll have a look at the cables in this lovely white bag. Properly like that. Now all the cables inside, as with the old NZXT cables, they did do the flat, and that's a 4+4 motherboard power. But you can see it's flat cables. We've got another 4+4 motherboard there. The SATAs are all flat cables as well. So we'll have a look. Right, so that's your 24 pin. Now this is the point where you're either going to love it or hate, well, you're either not going to care or you'll hate it. The 24 pin, they've still got the coloured cables. Now I understand why, because then when they manufacture them, they can just follow the colours on like a map, so that they can just stick it all in. If you were to have it them all black, so the braiding would look better, then you'd need a jig set up so that you couldn't make a mistake. Now other manufacturers have gone all black. I think it's time for NZXT to do it as well, because the only problem is with the colours, not only can you see it through the braid, because the braid's not amazing, but it's just the ends. I think personally, when you've got that showing on the side of your motherboard, it kind of spoils it a little bit. I think it makes it look a little bit cheap, and it's not a cheap unit, it's a really good unit. Now I'm just going to have a look through. So I think that might be the only one that's like it. Yeah, all of the other cables, including normally the PCI Express cables, are like it as well, but all of the other cables are all black and flat. I think it would have been really nice if they could have made this cable all black cables as well, because it's going to be the only bit in the rig that's going to stand out and it won't look right. But then if you wanted to, what you could do would be to pop the cables off one by one. You could strip all this down, and then you could custom braid them yourself individually with all black lines, and you could probably get right down to the end with your heat shrink and everything to make it really neat and tidy. And to be fair, I think if I was going to buy and use this unit, I would actually do that personally, just to make sure that it was that final bit, you know, really nice, neat and tidy and worked real well. I think it'd be, if you were looking to mod your case, this would probably be the only bit that I'd bother with, because the rest of the cables are actually all nice and neat and tidy and don't really need touching. This would be the only bit that would be a bugbear with me. But, oh, that's my phone telling me I've got an email. So you get a nice white bag, which obviously you can keep the spare cables in. If you're like me and you end up not being able to find it, the fact that it is white will make it stand out when you are searching for stuff as well, so that would be a bit easier. But the actual unit itself I really like. I don't know how easy this black would be to get off, because I'm instantly thinking about, oh, you could colour code it and you might be able to paint it and, you know, have it matching your case colours or something. Or if you've got a black and white case, you wouldn't really need to, would you? It's just literally things that are going round in my head. But aesthetically, because obviously I can't do a proper full-on test on this power supply, I just want to peel this sticker off now. Come on, please come on. I've got no nails. There we go. Oh, now that's a nice touch as well. I hadn't noticed that before, so I'm glad I did it. The NZXT logo on it. Normally the NZXT bit would be like silver, so it stood out more. They've actually left it all black. I actually really like that idea. I love the ring around the power supply as well. The designer on this power supply really does need a pat on the back, because it's a properly good looking unit. I really like it. If it's the old NZXT Hale90 is anything to go by, it was a really good performing unit as well. It's like I said, it's sad that I can't you know, do it justice by doing testing. I don't believe in the, you know, like the multimeter testing, because it's so basic is probably the nice way for me to put it. I just don't even bother with it. So we'll stick to the aesthetics. Most people are going to, you know, just buy something that they like the look of anyway. If I was building another all-white rig and I really wanted a white power supply, it certainly saves having to mess about with you know, stripping your power supply down, voiding the warranty and all that kind of stuff. And you could easily just buy that and shove it straight in your rig. Yeah, I'm really impressed with this. I'm glad that I said I would have a look at it. But let me know what you think. Would you use this in your white rig? Would you prefer to have another power supply and then paint it with that 24-pin cable? Would that be would that stop you wanting to buy it, or would you be willing to braid it? Or maybe even send it off to a company that would braid it for you. Before you start saying about the before you start saying about like the Bit Phoenix cable extensions and stuff, the layout for the pins is different from power supply to power supply. So you cannot use one of those extension cables to go onto one of these, just because I know someone says it on every video. So you would need to, if you wanted to do that 24-pin, you would need to get it, you know, sent off or get somebody else to do it for you. But yeah, let me know what you think. I really like the look of this. It's not very often I get a power supply like this, and then it's making me think of ideas of a rig that I wanted to do with it, or something like that, or you know, and how I could, you know, show it off and have it in a system so it looked good. Keep pushing it that way. I need to bring it back that way. But yes, that's it, guys. Quite strange about the power supply connector. It's definitely a first for me there, and they haven't said anything to me about it either. But and not really much venting around the back either. But then again, I suppose maybe it doesn't need it, or yeah. Anyway, let me know what you think. Especially if we're just going on looks, I love the look of this. It's probably one of the nicest looking power supplies on the market at the moment. Obviously, I've got a bit of a kind of soft spot for white stuff anyway. But for now, at least, this is Tiny Tom Logan with another video for you. Out.